Good morning. This is Noor Ali with Right Tools for Right Job. First of all, I would like to thank all the viewers, audience, and subscriber for viewing, reviewing, and giving positive reaction, even on LinkedIn. Thank you. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. My concept is very simple. It's called Simplify. I use my cell phone and my laptop, my voice. Voice has power if you use it the right way. Communication and presentation, telling a story, and being honest, upfront. Present what is right, present what is applied, present what is used, present what is real. In today's age, in today's technology, how we evolve, how we progress, how we move forward. That is the aim, that is the goal. Right Tools for Right Job by Noor Ali. Here we go. Conquering the Internet. This is a very old book. In my 30 years of career, I've been 30 years in IT by the grace of God, Divine Spirit, the universe, and the cosmos. I'm grateful to all of them and the elements. So we're going to touch some foundation key topics. Okay, this is an old book. I still kept it to remind me personally how much I have progressed, how much I have accomplished, how much I have achieved through my hard work and perseverance and commitment, dedication, passion for IT, remaining in IT till today. Okay, so here we go. First of all, you got to know and understand what an internet net is. Remember what I told you, foundation. Foundation is very important to understand, to know, to apply. Second, you got to know what a PC is, which is known as a personal computer. We are way beyond 50 million net users, way beyond. We are in space age, all right? As I said, this is an old book, but it's good to review and understand where we are at, where we are headed. For any certification that you want to pass, achieve, you still got to know what a WAN is, wide area network. Here's a simple map, all right? Now, you need to know what the history of the internet is. You need to know what an ARPANET is. Whatever that I'm covering here is in A+, Server Plus, Security Plus, and Network Plus, and CAPS. Okay? Present internet network. You gotta know a little bit of a history. That will come up time to time. This is back in the old days, but we have moved on, right? By looking at this, you will know which 10 or 20 big 5 companies are still alive, is still dominating the IT and IS, the internet, the world. Very important to know this, very important to understand, okay? What are the key terms? Even in data center, command center, as a computer technician, analyst, admin, DevOps, no matter what your role, your rank, your title, your workload is, you got to know what? Connections, client server, and addresses. You got to know the host, the server, and the client concept. 98%, I would say 110% of the work that is surrounded today, as I came from a project by the will of Allah, by the will of God, the divine mercy, by our Lord, I will be going into a next project, God willing and Godspeed. The host, the server, and client concepts is very, very important. Very important. Okay? Now, the green one is, we are moved on. We are on, password protected is gone. We are moving into new technologies. We are into key phases. We're into multi-factor authentication. We have moved on, right? Dial-in is out, but remember, this is how we started. Knowing this, you will understand how fast we are moving. So this is a modem. That's what a modem does. It's a direct connection. Modems are still used today. They're out there. You still need to know SLIP PPP connection. That's what it is. You still need to understand communication language, right? UDP, IP, TCP is still heavily in use, is from basic to advanced nowadays, complex. All right, IP address still in use. Domain name DNS is still heavily in use today. All right, everybody knows what a network administrator is, right? If you've been one before, or you've been a PC LAN technician in the past, you have done that kind of task. You've done those kind of tickets. Nowadays it's ServiceNow or Jira. In the past used to be Remedy. Here is some common lingo right here. http://www.com, as we call it, .net, .com/internet, and HTML. They are still in use today. Key term to understand if you want to move forward in the world of internet is Gopher, Archie, Veronica, and World Wide Web. Well, we call it geek speak. I'm not going to touch the whole book. I'm going to go into the key parts, right? Key parts that are still valid, still used and applied today. So Gopher, right here. Very good information to understand and to know the history of www.com. Like I said, I'm not going to read the whole book, just key parts. HTML is still in use today, heavily, and that's what it stands for, right here. You need to understand what hypertext driven is, very important to know. You need to understand what inverted text is also. They say knowledge is power, right? So the more you read, the more you review, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you earn. Knowledge is power. Keep that in mind. You have to know what a GUI is, graphic user interface. CLI, command line interface. From in the old days was command, we have moved into GUI, known as the front end. There you go. That's what it looks like, definitions, and that's what we spend most of our time with nowadays. Like I said, only the main part of the book is really good. It really doesn't make a difference if you're using Gopher or not. There are so many tools out there. Where do we spend majority of our time supporting it? Servers, clients, directories, and files. And where are the data located into that we protect and support? Servers, clients, directories, and files. This is an old operating system. So Mac is still in use. Some old machines still use Unix and Linux, VMware, Citrix. Windows is still in use. And the DOS was there, but DOS is still not out there yet, but still behind Windows. So you need to understand DOS a little bit if you come across a very old machine. Okay, things have changed. We have moved on. But remember where we have come from. Email basics. Wow, we have moved on, right? Woo! End of snail mail. Mail software. Commercial email. Wow. I don't think Novell is there anymore. I think GroupWise is gone. I think some companies still use Lotus. But Microsoft is out there. And other email providers are out there. Well, back then, conquering an email was very simple. Here are the objectives. Define an email group. Subscribe to an email list. Enhance the future email systems. So even today when you send an email, either through Yahoo or Google company related. What is required? Heading to CC, message, attachment, and send. Stay professional, be professional. Well, FTP is still in use, Telnet is still in use, and some BBFs may be still in use, okay? I think these groups are still around, but you can do your own research. I just want to share it with you. Key terms you need to understand is address, ARPANET, ASCII, attachment, anonymous FTP, ANCI, which is American National Standards of Institute, back button, binary transfer, BBS, and a backbone, an RT. Well, bytes per second is still applied in use. Biz, yes. Bookmarks are everywhere. Bytes per second. Browser, sure. Bulletin board, good to know. CERN, CERN. You need to know what a client is. You need to know what a client software is. You need to know what .com is. You need to know what COMP is. Connection server is very important to know under connections. Yeah. Logical and physical. Cyber language, cybernetics, cyberspace, data and connection. I believe they're still out there. Direct connection. Directory is very important. Distributed network sure is important. DNS, yes, very much. Domains, yes, very much. DOS, you may need to know the basics of it for your A plus and your server plus, even in some part of security plus and other exams or certification. You need to know what a dumb terminal is. Dynamic is, EDU stands for. Electronic mail, email address, email message, e-money, emulate, etiquette, rules. There's a behavior, rules, okay? When you do corporate email, you got to follow that. When you do Slack or Teams, Zoom, WebEx, any kind of company related, you got to follow those rules. You need to know what a file server is, file transfer protocol. Here are some other key terms to know and to understand. Okay. We are still in this way. You still got to know gateways. The gateway servers are still out there somewhere in some old office. You need to know what a GUI browser is, history option, hits, hot list, host server, home page, and home button. Okay. You need to know what a hypertext is, hypertext driven is, hypertext link is, icon incompatibility when a software, hardware are not compatible. Information age, we are beyond information age, way beyond. Information highway, generic meaning, interactive interface. Internet, you gotta know that. What is internet protocol? Very important. .jp. You need to know what a jughead is, keyword searchers is, or LAN, local area network. You got to know what a location is, Macintosh. We still use Mac in my last project that ended, I used the Mac. Menu driven is, minute, miscellaneous is, modem, very important to know, understand, they're still in use. Moderated, Mosaic, mother of all gophers. MPEG, MUNPAC, M.MPG, Motion Picture Expert Group. Multimedia still in use. Name, NCSA, National Center of Support, Supercomputing Application. Pardon my mistrack. Net, that's NETs with the lowercase and NET with the uppercase. Two different things. Netscape, I don't think they're still in business. Network administrator, yeah, they're still in business. That's a position in a role. Network card, that's network interface card. Every computer needs to have it. That's called a NIC. that has a MAC address. That's how things get communicated through your router, through your server, through your modem. Without a NIC, none of the device will communicate to the network or to the internet. Here's the meaning of networks: news, news group readers, news group, National Science Foundation, NSFNET, offline newsreader operating system, what it stands for. Org packets. You got to know your packets, especially when you work with Wireshark. PMLA passwords. We are beyond passwords. We are using MFA, multi-factor authentication. Now there are new rules that passkeys will be used in most big corporate accounts for email. Pegasus mail is old. Platforms. You need to understand what a platform is. Post, PPP, point-to-point protocol. Still, they ask you protocol and port number in exams. QuickTime, readers, readme file, rec, reload button. You still got to know what a remote access means, because nowadays we support it heavily. Remote host, yes. Remote server, yes. Reply, resources, SCI, search engine, send, servers, service providers, very big to know, okay? Session support is very important as a DevOps guy or application support guy. Signature, sign off, SLIP is very important to understand and know if you are supporting connections. Snail mail, SOC with a lowercase, totally different thing than SOC. Security Operations Center with the uppercase. Spam, everybody knows what spam is. Spam is still in use. Every email has a spam folder. That's called a junk folder. Subject line, very important. Subscribe. Hey, subscribers are very important. Superhighway, surf, talk, TCP, still in use. TCP IP is very important. There are books and books on TCP and TCP IP nowadays. Telnet session, text-based, thread, transfer rate, uniform resource locator, unique, Unix, still in use, still in demand. Unmoderated URL, USENTE, user-friendly, username. These are still in use. Veronica, VT100, WAN, wide area network, Windows, World Wide Web, Worm, www, Zen. It's good to look at old study guides, materials, to know how far you have moved on. Okay, still knowledge. It may be old, but still knowledge. Still vital information that can link and fill in the gaps of certain things or words or acronyms that you don't understand and you're having issues. Good to look at some old books. Share, learn, teach, and grow. If you like it, subscribe it, please. Like I said, my way of sharing knowledge, information, content is very different, it's very practical. I will only share something that I've used in my career to gain my knowledge, to gain my experience, to my subscriber, to the newcomers, the new joiners. Otherwise, I won't take the time and waste my time. That is very important to me personally. Otherwise, why should I do it? Ask yourself that, right? So, if you like it, subscribe it. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Till next time.